Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time to the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Woo! Good morning, everyone. It's I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Never mind the furthermore. Never mind the furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That is indiecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. If you're looking to find a person to help you make your dream come true, I'm talking flatters, editors, musicians for your commercials. If you are a creator looking to find the support to help you be a creator, this is where you go. And if you are that kind of person who's looking to be a part of a community where you do not need to be loomed over by the triumvirate of the Zuck, the Bezos, and the what's that other one? The smelly one who's actually going to be president of the United States. Musk. Anyway, if you don't want to be dominated by any of those gentlemen, consider simply joining the Independent Creator Directory, because why not? Now, if you want half off that one-time fee, use Podcast One. I didn't tell you. For more on that, we'll give you information at the end of the shift. Let's get into the intro, folks. Nick, you didn't promote your stuff. No, because it all fell on the ground, as I will explain in a moment. We're also made possible by the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, as well as Big Stompy Robots. And for those of you who have forgotten, because so far the only person who seems to remember is the mighty Daphne Leish, bless her heart, hates in hellfire, a dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Yes. Whew. Okay. What a day, what a day, what a day for an auto da fe. My friends, my colleagues, happy hump day one and all. I have already had my prerequisite humping by the joys of my computer, which, in an attempt to log on at nearly an hour before the show, decided you don't need to have access to your audio. Well, that's weird. Fidget with it. You don't need to have access to your camera and audio. You know, the sacred intonement of what Anyway, comes out of me. My favorite 5-letter words that starts with D and ends with Q. And many of you will go, what on earth are you talking about? But see me somewhere where I am not possibly being watched by children. Anyway, my duckies. So I do the reboot. I go through checking all the services. Oh, no. Unplug everything, put everything back in, power up. Aha, this should get it because, I've moved everything, so it will have to look where everything is. Why is my keyboard not lighting up? I have no keyboard access. You see, the computer knew. It knew that Joe wasn't in the back. It could sense. And like I said, this thing is definitely a Decepticon. It's either a Decepticon or a Gundam that has gained sentience and is trying to wipe out the rest. I'm seriously pretty sure that this was the actual villain from Infinite Stratos. Anyway, which is fine as long as it's obedient to me. Which it wasn't! I'm sorry, I was distracted. I'm a terrible person. Anyway, this resulted in it rebooting. And as I was about to go get my cell phone and start, we're going to have to do things a little weird today. I gave it one more shot. It rebooted. I am here. I do not know how. I understand that should not have worked. I'm baffled, but here we go. Now, in other news, I've had a busy week since you guys saw me. Monday, after the stream, I helped stream to give Nita some more break while she deals with some medical issues, and got to hang out with Daphne Lage, which is always a pleasure. Hold on. Wait, guys. Y'all got to see this. Trelena's been upset. So that's... Hi, Brad. Anyway, here, I'll make Brad big because you guys like that better than me. I can keep talking. Trey seems to have lost something, so you just see the top of her head. I am not saying anything beyond that outside of the green room. But, there's Hobo. As we have Cat Watch 2025, because I think we need this in our lives. Then I went and I took a friend of the family, to technically family member, to a job interview / proto job interview, which was nice. It was an outing. And then I hung out at the Benton County Library with Xander and just chilled a bit. Did a little tiny bit of drawing on paper. And that was my Tuesday that I'm going to discuss. My one Tuesday night, I was helping people, ... So I got to bed at about 5 a.m. And Wednesday, I woke up late in the afternoon. Xander was being an angel. And I took care of a whole bunch of adult things like calling pharmacies and other shadiness. Even sat down to write a little bit. So I'm going to leave that up because I don't know when Trey's going to want to get back up. So yeah, we'll do that. Anyway, it was nice to have Brett as a co-host for a bit. That's nice. Today is Wednesday, which means I'm going to go through the chat. And when I hit about the half-hour mark, I will be cutting down to... I'll be switching over, that is, not cutting down. That's why I'm over in Crosswire, to the art stream where I will do at least 3 pieces of art for the upcoming live stream. I will take suggestions, but not requests unless they are paid. As always, I will gladly take paid. Nick, draw this for me. Live commissions. I want to start making that a fairly regular thing. Beyond that, what has been going on? Well, aside from avoiding the news as much as possible for my own sanity, although I am aware of current events. Today's going to be an interesting one. I've got a lot of art to do. I have a lot of cleaning to do because this has to go today, because tonight is going to be a very special episode of The Burning is Yarn, wherein it will be a ladies' night. And among the ladies involved will be my lovely wife, Amanda, hopefully trying to figure out what and how she can drop spindle. Now, she never gets to watch my streams because she is at work. Right now, she is opening the library and greeting people and doing library things. Or she has someone else doing that, and she's doing paperwork and cursing to herself silently. That's okay, too. What we do have, though, is she's going to show her drop spindle stuff. She kind of figured out something really mildly cool to solve a problem, ironically, for our own elvish goddess Trey. And you'll get to find out about that. Speaking of elvish goddesses and just fae in general, I shared around a meme, which was basically a photo of another meme chunk and description that Columbo is actually a fae trickster. Now, I tagged a few people in this who would appreciate this, and a few more. Once again, I realized but I think I figured out the origin of this whole cryptid shenanigan. It is I'm sorry. I'm watching Trelena try to find something in her office. And while she is frustrated trying to find that, her cats are being oh so helpful. So, it's just mildly distracting. But a large number of people who may or may not be identified as fae reborn through the Tockert's law of elven inclusion, being that the elves didn't disappear. The historic mythical races didn't disappear. They just mostly got bred back into humanity, and every once in a while, you rattle the genetic dice and you get a re-release of an earlier model. That covers some of the newer ones. Anyway, I realized I might simply be considered fae by association. In that, well, Nick, you're always surrounded by the fae. You're always in the company of the fae. Could it be that you are? No, guys, I'm not that interesting. Really, I'm just a short, fat, furry little man. I know somewhere my wife's mad at me. But I can see where you get the mishap. I think I might have been adopted by them in one point or another, which would explain the general insanity of my life. Because that certainly does have that fae caregiving methodology of here are unique circumstances that will give you a flexible mind. It's terrifying, but it's something to contemplate. Now, writing, reading, and other things. Bam, bam, bam. Of course, I have to do art for you guys. I want to do art for me. I have some projects. We will find a way to do what I want to do. I gave a list on my other channel. I'm working on a list for this channel and kind of crossover of my plans for 2025. I am 8 days in, and I am actually not too far behind. I've been working on the house and some other things, and we're getting through it because it's hump day. It is Wednesday, and we need that motivation. We need to surge forward no matter what happens, okay? We have to seek both the serenity of understanding that we cannot change the things that we cannot affect, and the flip side of it, we can change the things we can. Now, just about everybody in my chat has heard of the butterfly effect. Or I am a time traveler. I can't touch anything, or I might change fate. That applies every day. Every waking, and get this, sleeping moment of your life, you are, through either your presence or your absence, affecting the flow of time and energies around you. This is called making a change. And if we can accept that in a time travel scenario, the smallest action could have massive repercussions, dang it, could have massive reproductions. It depends on who you meet where and what you do. But we can change and affect our future. We are not powerless. It is just to do it quickly is very hard for a lot of us. People with wealth and power have the ability to make massive change suddenly. People who don't, like most of us, have the ability to make things a little better in our sphere of travel. So let's do that. Make it kinder, not nicer. We've got way too much of this transactional niceness. Make it kinder. Now, while we are dealing with that, I'm going to run Joe's ad. When we come back, we're going to get to your comments. Okay? Today's a weird one, even for me, guys. Grant, I apologize. I have to redo your whole upload again because I couldn't get my system to start. Double check that you have a good virus system running, by the way, just to be sure. Now, with that, let's listen to Joe. Alrighty then. We're going to go through the chat. And where are we? Alrighty then. Good morning, lurkers, says Carl Witzman at 9:29. And you know what? I am all about reaching to fellow lurkers out there. You know, those of us who hang out in down below because we can't afford to be up with the ritzy folks on this particular station. We're trying to make it. Bonus points for anyone who got that reference. He continues, accountability. Had a dream that I was on a game show and had to name Hawaiian Islands. I think I came up. I could name 2 or 3. Of course, I woke up and had to Google them at 1 a.m. Yes, absolutely. Pressing. And I understand that. I fully understand that. If you don't have... God, when I think about the dreams I had last night trying to navigate that come up. Morning, Carl. Hi, Trey. Great job on Muncie. Did you know that there are 8 major islands and many, many little ones? Actually, yes. I knew that, but I don't remember the names offhand because I'm terrible with that. I know there's Oahu and Maui, and I can't think of the other ones, and I really should. I only know 2 of the major ones, so now I'm Googling them. Friends, I know we will be all probably Googling a whole lot of things in the very near future. 127 in total, but some are just atolls. Hey, I'll take an atoll. Didn't realize there were so many. Arcs, the more you know. And my voice was not meant to get anywhere near that tone. That was brutal. Did you know it was a written test? There was a written test to be on a Jeopardy contestant. There was a math component. That's why Carl failed to be chosen. It happens. There is a pop culture Jeopardy going on right now. You might be able to get on that. I am full of the more you know trivia today. Too much coffee. No such thing. And Carl, I want coffee now. Trey, I hope that Dawn is feeling better by the time of your show tonight. And I knew there was a written entrance test. I didn't know what was on it. Poor thing, this has been kicking her rear. Hugs to Dawn. Gags. Wait. Gags, who put cat hair in my coffee? Ew, suspiciously checks their own coffee. Look, it's just like fiber, but extra. Nick, aren't you allergic to that? Yes. Good thinking. Callie is in the window watching all the birds. We had to shut down the YouTube bird video due to overexcitement and monitor tipping. I can see that. Good morning, friends. It's been a while. Good morning, Kelly Carlisle, our own political activist, moral warrior out there trying to fight the good fight. How are you? Atomic Stories is coming soon. I have a picture. I do have a picture of that one. Somewhere. Give me just a second. Atomic Stories. Yes. I'm excited. You're excited. Everyone should be excited. So it's great to hear from you. Hey, Kelly. Kelly, you have electricity. Finally caught up with political and writing projects. I envy you. I think Amy Hale just got her power back today. Wait. Amy Hale has her power back. Is that what that crackling lightning was? Da, 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 da. It also explains why in the distance I heard ominous music and chanting in Latin. Anyway, Kelly saying, greeting a whole bunch of folks because, yes, hi, Trey, Carl, how the heck are you? Great, doing well here. Your Atomic Story copy will be, Carl, your Atomic Stories copy will be sent to you as soon as Drafted Digital approves author copies. It will be a while, though. Oh, this is going to be a big one, guys. Hey, Trey. We got greetings from Donna. Hey, Donna. And we're going to go thanks. And hey, and greetings. And Donna, check your coffee for cat hair. None here, Woodsman Dude. I'll keep everyone informed on Atomic Stories pre-order dates and other relevant info as I get it. Carl, thank you for contributing using to this project. Yes. Glad. However, Amazon is being problematic, so I won't be able to distribute it there. Although there will be other places to order. Kind of stupid crap is on. It can be problematic. They're getting worse, I hear. Distribute the book, I mean. Very. Kelly, your brain has been on max overload trying to do the good thing. And now you're having to deal with being intimately acquainted with current events. Good air in, bad air out. Your stories will do splendid. Anyway, I realized my shirt was buttoned a little lower than I intended to, and someone stole my buttonhole. which, as it's one of my shirts, it's very possible someone stole my buttonhole. Anyway, we'll deal with that later. No, professional. Tea circles. I'm glad you enjoyed the tea circles. Morning. Hi, Dawn. How are you? I hope you're feeling better. Everyone wants to know. It's not the worth and stress to handle Amazon. Besides, I had to make a choice due to the fact that Amazon has aligned themselves with Trump. I have standards. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Morning, Trey. We got greetings from Thesis. Thesis. Dawn, fantastic to see you. Morning, Thesis. Hey, Thesis. I've missed you guys and gals. We will always be around. Look under the lamp post where the light has burned out. I bet you look under there, there's a QR code. Anyway, hey, Thesis. I hear whispers that we might be getting another ladies tonight on Burning. You are correct. And youtube.com/indiecd/streams. I'm not sure what that's about. Morning, Foxy, and hey, Foxy, and Foxy. Examine how the punctuation of the meaning, how punctuation changes the meaning. Foxy has wares if you have coin. Sounds different than Foxy has wares if you have coin. I've been watching Joey too much. I prefer the second mild threatening version. Yes. Lamau, just my writing tip of the week. You really are on it, Carl. Ladies' night is a plan. Let me know if anyone wants in. I'll make sure they have the link. No, I won't be in, except for being a pseudo producer, assuming the systems hold up. Here we go. And feeling kind of hack. So is Ted. Taking him to the dock in a bit. Oh, no. Hey, Dawn. Whatever's been going around is absolutely vicious. There is a really, really bad stomach ailment that is notorious for making it come out both ends simultaneously. So wash your hands. Be careful in public. And just in general, be careful. And there's also really bad cold. Would you two quit passing germs back and forth? Don't forget to like and share, folks. But our acts are different. Can't make things easy. No, that makes sense. Poor kids. Please remember hitting the like button. Yeah, guys, I am out here fighting the good fight, trying to get independent eyes on independent people. I know it's a small effort, but I think it's important. And I would like to grow my channel. I am around, I want to say, 328 subscribers right now. I would really like to get to 4 by the end of the year, if that's at all possible. So I'm going to be pushing more. So please share it. Get the word out. Almost all of you should know somebody who should be watching this program because I should be promoting their stuff. Let's see if we can get that done. Fist bumps the like button. And since Joe isn't here, I could say I am plotting against Joseph both financially, in that I owe him a vast sum of money for BSR prints that I will have to acquire, possibly in, and here are big rolls of filament that you love. Yes, I have been looking at the filament recycling machines to see how much they cost to try to go, can I make that happen for Joe? I cannot yet. But someday I'll be able to go, Joe, put all that junk that you had to cut off into this box. It's a big coffee grinder. Go, run it through a machine that will heat it up, melt it out, and go. Like they can build them in India to do it with the water bottles and make PETG, which makes better Nerf blasters, which I always accept. I watched Trey have the camera straight and just slightly add a Dutch angle, just to mess with me. Anyway, but yes, support me, support Joe, support everyone in my chat, support each other. Things are getting hinky. Drop my like, it's bouncing right in the basket. 2 points! But does that count in bozo buckets? That's the real question. Hey, Nick. Hey, Donna. You know, it's been a while since we've had a moment. You know, had some coffee, chilled. I'm glad you let the mojo out of the dojo. I hope it runs rampant. Let's go. No, I miss you, Donna. I'm glad to see you're out and about digitally and having fun. Muscus the Puppet Master. You know, he could have been Batman instead of Lex Luthor with a Fidel Castro beard. Anyway, I'm sorry. Honest Nick is coming out, and I'm going to get in trouble. Allegedly, of course, allegedly. Musk makes intelligence look stupid. Now, here's the thing. I've actually studied his biography a bit. He is not that genius. He's not. What his genius is having the money to buy the works of geniuses and then say, I did this. This is, I think the reason he has problems with AI is they're competing for who can steal more people's IP and then claim it as their own. But no, if you look over, he is a very good face man. And now, whether it's charm, personality, or just vast wealth, I'm not sure. And he has made a lot of money. Credit where credit's due. He's made a lot of money. His interests are pushing, a level of space exploration. Now, mind you, it is to turn the asteroid belt into space Appalachia in the 20s, so that, if you unionize, I'll just turn off the oxygen. But this is a theory. A politics theory. You're welcome. No, but dropping my like, tripped over it, fell back into bed. Yep, the Nick field is strong. No Joe to counter it. I know, but if it's going to act up with technology this hard, that means it's working on fate. See, the more active the Nick field is, the more it is usually dabbling in causality. However, I have no control over it whatsoever, as most of it is leaking. A fairly powerful sorceress did seal the majority of my abilities in the early aughts. However, I'm thinking that seal may have started to wear off, which I'm totally okay with. Because at this point, I'm a little tired of grading at the inside of the box. I remind you, I'm not a cryptid. Aw. Bread! Bread has taken over. And Hobo in the corner. Don't bite the chair, Bread. Bread unplugged my monitor, stole my chair, brat. Is that what... I was watching Trey scroll around trying to figure out what was going on. And I went to turn it on because it was so cute, but then she popped up and then went back under, but didn't go under fully. And I was not going to be the guy to pull up that image, because all the love in the world. But y'all ought to be proud of how well I'm keeping my focus together, because I have been challenged today. And, oh God. Well, cat. Sure. Good morning, fellow humans. Hey, Grant. No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that bit. I'm not going to do that bit because I am human. I have collected a couple curses in my time, but does not make me inhuman. It just means that on certain subjects, if you listen very carefully, you can hear a small lightning noise go zip, especially around subjects like vivisectionists. But, hey, Grant, at least it's now rather than later, Trey. Yes. Now, Grant, I did try to upload your video again, and my whole system shut down. So I will try it tomorrow, because I don't dare trying it when Mandy's going to be trying to broadcast, because that could be trying for all of us. That joke might have been a little try hard. I'm running an ad. And there was a request for an ad put through, so I will put that request out.
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at ndcd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
Oh, bye. I'm sorry. I got sent the link, the comic where Poison Ivy has Batman upside down and is holding a gentleman going, 3 companies are responsible for 71% of the pollution. I'm going to kill this billionaire, which is not something anyone should do. Because I do not condone violence. Says the guy who teaches people to sword fight. No, I don't. I believe in condoning personal power. I believe in peaceful progress. I understand that there's rage and the need for catharsis. And we have things called laws and fairness under the law, amongst other reasons, to protect the ruling class from the lower classes just saying, oh, we have no other way. We will have to respond with violence. So it is important that the rule of law be maintained. However, well, we're serious today. I'm not that serious. I'm going to grab another one of these little chocolate coal pieces I got for Christmas. And I'm going to say the next comment. We got Happy Hump Day. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris, stay warm. Morning, Chris. Everybody loves Chris. That tricky bread. Chris, greetings. Squeak! Wait. I'm sorry, Donna. I mean, Donna. Dawn. My mouth just kept running at a few syllables. Guess I've got Donna on the mind. Not the only one. Anyway, hey. Now, I need to remind folks that Dawn is the creator and general awesome person of Buddy and Georgette, her fashionable felines, which you can read about on Facebook. She is also involved in this.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a Koepp, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us Koepp, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us Koepp, and you can play it too.
I needed that. No, may have got a little serious there. Friendzos. Yes, our situation, though aggravation, is giving me inspiration for libation. Anyway, there is a gentleman, and I can't think of his name, and it makes me very sad because he's done some great music. But one of his bits of shtick, if you will, is, but make it metal. And I will have to look up his videos and share them around again. But I just heard in my mind the absolute banger of the generally make it metal guy just thrashing out the Munzie song. I mean, just headbangers ball, thrashing out. Everybody's going to the chiropractor for this one, folks. There will be a pit in the lobby. Wah! You know, blowing the doors off of that one. Which reminds me, I may be going to a concert in the fairly near future. Well, actually, I may be going to 3 concerts in one kind of shenanigan involving 3 groups of mostly Celtic, mostly women, doing quasi-goth, Evanescence era, click, Nightwish vibing music. Yes, I know some of my musical taste is that of a probably now 65-year-old pagan woman, but there's always a place for Jethro Tull, and there's nothing wrong with a flute solo. But and this is nothing new. I've been devoted to Hart, Stevie Nicks, and Cyndi Lauper since those names actually rang loudly through culture. I wonder how Kat's doing. Sorry, I thought Hart, Stevie Nicks, and Cyndi Lauper, and that usually puts Kat Rothermel in my mind. No, I have. I sent you a message last night. I did not ignore it, just trying to interpret it. I may have had some. I was having the Nick Field. That's what I'm going to scroll back and just say the Nick Field. Chris Creek. A likely story, Mr. Notakrick. Didn't you think he doth protest too much? What? No. They are cryptic. Cryptic. Not cryptid is an undefinable supernatural entity that may or may not exist. Cryptic is somebody who speaks in a puzzling or multiple meaning manner. I'm no more cryptid-like than a lawn gnome. Harmless, really. I am ubiquitous. There is just a plain normal guy in a Hawaiian shirt. Kind of that goofy uncle subclass, but not the creepy uncle. They're 2 totally different things. Trey's typing. I saw. Okay. Whew. She stopped and looked at me, and I saw what looked like the you've been caught on Metal Gear Solid ! I just did. Yeah. I need to go to the store at some point. We've run out of stuff because we're stuck inside for the past 2 days. That's why I went to stuff. No, that's why I went to Walmart Saturday and filled my little Cavalier with all the groceries and stuff, forgetting that there was a wheel and a tire in the trunk. So it became an interesting pack load. But reproductions. I might not have meant it that way. I could have been talking about legitimate forgeries. Be careful, Grant. Reproduction. Spay and neuter. Already done. Kelly, sending love back. And long time no see. My back is not being a happy capper. Tonight will be hit or miss. I may need the distraction. I may need the rest. I will know more when I get there. Tummy time. Hot pad on your back. Read something spicy so you're distracted. Actually spicy. Not people who say it's spicy and then grab a bag of vanilla, a bag of flour. I'm sorry, vanilla is too flavorful. Because I've had to tell some people recently that flour is not a spice for the purpose of book descriptions. Fair enough. See, you agree. Now, I would like to mention the durability and thickness of Menards pants and their protection to get from cat claws. Sort of. Hashtag not sponsored, but Menards, hook me up. We'll see if I have a voice tonight or not. My gosh. Really, thesis? On a burning... Anyway, I've already been outside today. I had to drive energy to work. Caught your stream on my break and left your energy dedicated. Okay, right username. I betting that's a bot, but if you're not a bot, usually when username doesn't match with the thing on top, it's a bot. But I accept the viewership. I don't care. I'm becoming more and more mercenary. It is scary, y'all. I might be in my neutral chaotic era. This is something the world is not ready for. And let's see. Stitch is acting like a fool. I am way behind on chat. I gave him so much food, and he's still pushing his bowl around like he's starving. He's a cat. Anytime there's a hole in the food, and the bottom can see that is empty. Off to the dock for Ted. May the farce be with you. And well, let's see. 10 likes, great chat. And we've got people. And Trey is back, and she has monitors again. So I'm going to say, let me just quick scroll through to see if it's a lot of cat talk. It happened again. Now they're both gone. Mojo taking a nap, and I would never, because everyone knows that Tallgeese is blessed among the Gundam. Because Tallgeese 3 is the one that survived. It's canonical. Mobile suits called Gundams were never seen again after those events. Officially. See, that's the one good thing, my boy, Mr. Kushranada said. The one good thing, he didn't hit the go boom button.
I'm still going to fight you. Duo and Death Scythe. Every time.
No. Beautiful. Wonderful, wonderful Gundam. However, I said blessed for everything blessed. So as above, so below. Rocket, we got the duality going. Wait,
yes.
Don't you mean pretty heroic? Roger that? No.
Nope.
If you need holographic feathers to make your mecha awesome, you are doing it wrong. Oh, that was spicy. How you doing?
How you doing? Nobody cares about the main character.
The main character is a delightful sociopath. Although the Roger that moment is one of the most hardcore moments of all time in any anime ever. We are geeking out, and I love it because like 3 people in the chat might know what we're talking about.
It's okay.
No, I'm serious. Okay, so you're here, which means that is a subtle reminder that I'm getting distracted and not drawing when I'm supposed to be.
I mean, it is almost 9 or 10 till.
I know.
But I got my monitors back, so.
Well, that's okay. I just realized this whole time I haven't been running my banners.
Oops.
So let me just do not that one. Oh yeah, I am.
Okay.
I've been running my banners so long, I don't see it. I'm going to run an ad. I'm going to disappear. Trey's going to handle your comments, and I'm going to draw stuff because, good Lord, I am out of it. Thank you, Trey.
I got you.
Here, we'll do this in thanks to Trey. That's what we'll do. I got a plan. Is there anything you want to see, Trey?
You know what? Can you do something with flowers? Pretty pastels?
Pretty pastels?
I'm in a pastel-y kind of mood today.
Trelena. Pastels? Okay. I could
Hell. I know Morticia Adams would never forgive it, but
You know what? I think actually Morticia would be like, if that is what you're really about, I think she'd be more unforgiving of people not. Where's my brush size chunk? That's really weird. I'm having some issue right now. Give me a second. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's rock this. First, we need a background. She wants flowers. Okay. You know what? I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this just because Joey isn't here. We're going to get.
are you doing a gradient?
I'm going to attempt to do a gradient.
I'll never tell him. Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me.
Okay, now we're going to do a lighter color, and well, I have you, and people want to hear you talk more than.
They'll get to hear me plenty tonight. Oh, hi, Brad. Time to destroy more stuff. If you see me just dive under my desk again, it's because Brad, unplugged everything again, and I had to restart. But
well, that happens. I'm all for it. I understand the feline urge to be destructive, but we're just getting a nice kind of I'm going to say quasi gradient. I'm not just going to use the gradient button because I try to avoid the complete make art buttons, and it's coming along. I want to try something since I have Trey here, and I'm allowed to painterly blender, big old honking painterly blender. Just see if I can't get a little bit more streakiness. Oh, I like that better. That's fun.
Cool.
Sometimes I just have the only way I will know if I like a tool is if I play with said tool. Okay. And I know somewhere someone is not the green rooming, so I'm just going to tell you. She wants flowers. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought I saw commentary. You can hide.
No, I'm just pulling up comments.
Okay.
So Grant says, I hope everybody clicks notify me on launch with my Kickstarter, even if you don't plan on backing it. Costs you nothing, and it helps Grant.
Absolutely.
It is a
and I have genuinely tried to get his movie to upload. That's part of why I came in early today.
Yeah, I got to watch that.
Fight the good fight there.
There's the link to click the Kickstarter.
Oh yes, link away.
Yes, and Foxy has followed.
Whoa.
Oh, hey Joe Dog. What channel is Joe Dog on? IDC is not at. No, we are at Nick Tockert's channel. Which, if you give me just a moment, copy.
Of course.
And hey. There you go, Joe Dog. There's the channel that we're all at. And
I love the pointillism brush.
Ooh, that looks like grass. Nice.
It's very. I just said I don't like make art buttons, but really I can do all of this. It would just take me, and then my thumb would hate me.
Right.
All right, so we need flowers. Okay.
We have people going, cheer.
Yes, well.
Cheer.
Jonathan Young was the one I was referring to because Anthony Vincent doesn't make it, if he's who I think he is, make it metal in the style of, I think. No, that's somebody else.
He does. He makes it. I think
he's the guy with the great mustache who looks like sexy Captain Hook.
Yeah. If it's who I'm thinking of, yes.
Did I just say sexy Captain Hook on?
You did, and I totally understood it.
Okay, we need.
And Sarah. Sarah has risen from her crypt.
Hello, Sarah. How are you, my dear?
Everybody's greeting Sarah. And she says, morning, just saying hi for now. Phone therapy appointment in 15 minutes. Mwah!
All the love in the world.
So, yes, you have a good therapy appointment. Mine is not until the end of this month. Go you, Sarah. And greetings and greetings.
I literally ended up advising my therapist after what the brief time I was, you answered the wrong questions. You went wrong on this test, so we'd like you to talk to this guy. Look, I was tired, so I was honest. It's
yep. They got me with free swag. They were like, fill out this form and you can have free swag. And I was in college, so I was like, free? That's the magic word. And I filled it out, and they're like, so we need you to walk down the hall and make an appointment. And I was like, but I still get the free stuff, right? And they handed me the free stuff. So it all worked out. That
was college.
It was college.
I remember college, Nick.
But the good thing, so also for people that are in college or going to college, a lot of the time, therapy on campus is free. Make the most of it.
Absolutely.
Because you're already paying for it, so you might as well go to it.
Get help. There's no shame in it.
No, even if it's just, stress from, I'm stressed out because of finals, or I'm away from home for the first time. That's what they're there for. You have paid for it in your tuition. Make use of it. So, with that little PSA, and the cat destroying my printer, because that was cool.
What I am loving is the fact that we are both in full-on PSA mode.
I made a little hanger for the more you know thing.
Oh,
so it's now within easy reach. Because we're educational now.
Oh, absolutely.
Hi. Brad.
What I was going to hi, Brad. Say is, you said flowers, and my first thoughts are chicory and dandelions.
Yes. I love them.
And I just want to remind you guys, contrary to what neighborhood associations and other groups say, please hold off on both mowing your lawns as long as possible and cleaning up the leaves and stuff. If you like fireflies, if you like any number of the natural creatures that make life a little more bearable on this planet, they kind of require places in winter to winter.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be afraid to just let that go.
Also, native plants.
Native plants for the win. If you ever
native
get what?
Native species require native plants.
Yes.
So if you want to see bunnies and, cute things like that, let them have the stuff they need. You don't get that by having, the softest of golf grass just in your yard. You need native plants.
Sorry, I have opinions on golf. Now, I love mini golf.
Yes.
Mini golf doesn't waste a lot of space.
Mm-mm.
But I do not understand needing 16 miles to hit, a ball that you can't hit very well, to be mad about it.
To play fetch with yourself.
Yes.
And, okay, if you want to imbibe in certain beverages, just imbibe in certain beverages. You can sit still and do that.
You know what? That's what they need to do. They need to make a high-end, hoity-toity version of like a family fun center, so rich people can just sit around and be exclusive and play mini golf and then get drunk, and then they don't have to ride around in their little golf carts.
Just make it a simulator. Like the Jurassic Park ride. It's a golf cart now. Congratulations.
It just occurred to me, and it's scary, but all golf courses are really depressing, alcoholically fueled family fun centers for people who want to show off that they have big yards.
Yes.
Like, seriously, switch out your golf cart for a go-kart and have fun going in circles.
Bumper carts.
Bumper cars yeah. You guys are rich. You can buy out the whole thing.
That just sounds really fun. Just bumper carts.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can dress in polos and do that. It's fine. Wear your collared shirts and, pretend you're better.
Oh, I'm going to get in so much trouble. Like, I'm going to get messages for this one, and that's okay.
Oh, we're here for the blue-collar workers. Oh. Back to the comments. Great. I hope you liked my show on Monday, Sarah. We had a lot of topics that you're interested in. I enjoyed that show. It was great.
And Grat has amazing shows. I usually catch them in the reruns just because of the timing.
Yeah.
And I do apologize. A couple people like, Nick, why aren't you watching more shows? Well, Monday, we mentioned the guilt that we often feel when, as creators, that when we're watching we're reading a book, part of our brains, at least my brain goes, I should be writing right now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my stuff goes, Nick, if you're not, if you could sit around and watch a stream, you could be streaming. Why aren't you streaming? There are people who need to promote. You know the new plans that they have? Yes, I know. I swear, I like Grant Lankard. My computer doesn't, but I like him. This is called Flowers from Memory, folks. And,
excellent.
It is not doing what I want it to do, but I'm kind of just
pretty
at this point. Yeah, that's way too big. That would be a slot.
Let's see. Sarah says, hey, and yeah, it's been weekly for quite a while. I just almost slept into it. Foxy said, might make you more honest. Yes, Grant, absolutely. And I have such lighthearted fun and cute music with my ad. I try to keep it fun. I like the bouncy, happy for my ad.
It really is that perfect balance of bouncy, but not overpowering.
I like the happy jazz feel to it, smooth grooves. You kind of want to hear that on the phone while you're on hold.
Yeah. No, I totally get that.
And we both forgot your time lapse.
Yep. Yep, we did.
Grant says, stop playing with your tool.
But that's how I learn.
And it's yours. You can do with what you want with it.
Woohoo.
And there's the link to this channel, this show right now.
Actually, no, I don't want to do that. That goes against the vibe. Okay, I know what this needs. I just don't know if I can draw one. I am drawing things again without reference.
Excellent.
It's like, what is it? Well, it's how I feel about the object right now, so don't feel bad about it.
Have you seen medieval paintings of animals? I mean,
I love medieval paintings.
That's what they did.
Have you ever seen a rabbit?
I think I did once. I can paint it, no worries. Oh.
It was so easy to be a cryptid in the Middle Ages.
Oh man, anytime I feel bad about what I'm drawing, I'm like, you know what? A medieval artist would have been proud of this, so don't worry about it. They would have wanted it more weird, to be honest. Ooh, it's a bumblebee.
Mm. Even though they have ruined my table, I have nothing but love for the little carpenter bees that are so...
Yes.
Like, they used to scare Xander till I explained to him, not only do they not really sting, they can't really sting all that much.
Yeah.
So they just go bumping into you. But
so we have a bumblebee colony in the tree that's actually outside of my window, and my garden is right under it. So I usually have a lot of bumblebees in there. You can pet bumblebees. I would not suggest, always doing it, but every once in a while I give them a little boop and some water. And then they bonk into the lavender, and it's just the cutest thing ever.
Now, I catch a lot of flack from some folks because I've been doing a lot of digital art lately. I will admit that there is a large part of that is very practical in that I can't scan my art right now.
Yeah.
But occasionally I have to realize that it's kind of nice to go, well, not like that. That's not what I was doing. I think I want to put a mountain over here.
Yep.
And oh no, it's behind stuff. How is that going to work? But yes, we get our Bob Rossian energy on.
Yes.
And see, that's the nice thing about having co-hosts. I get to chat with somebody, and I don't really have to look at the chat, so my brain doesn't go back into reading mode. So the art comes out entirely different. That is excessive. Yeah. Not cool. That is the wrong tool. No,
Well, while you're doing that, Chris did say, I don't know of anyone who doesn't enjoy playing / working with their tools. And the time lapse we forgot.
Yep, the time lapse Well, that's how I know it's going to be a good one.
Right.
I only forget the time lapse on the best, most popular ones. I also haven't done an upload of time lapses in a while, I admit.
Yeah, that's okay. I always wait for that drop. Dr. Hook did perform Sexy Eyes. I missed that one.
Ooh. Anyway, so I can keep thinking in a straight-ish line. I mean, the thinking's not straight, but no. Anyway, I'm going
it's wibbly wobbly like timey-wimey.
Uh-huh. Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh,
Jonathan Young is... Well, Jonathan Young, if you want a fun project that's a little different, a while ago, there was an album based on the Magic release.
Yes!
Called New Capenna.
Nails and Kneecaps?
Nails and Kneecaps. Oh my gosh. Is that one of Mandy's favorite songs of all time?
It's on my playlist. She introduced me to it, and then, yes.
Yes. And that makes him one of my favorite singers, just because he did that.
Yes.
There was a time where, Hasbro had some hope of loving their audience.
Soul?
But now, no. I'm not going to be cranky. I'm not going to be cranky. I'm painting a goofy mountain. It was too symmetrical.
There we go.
There we are. Ah, we have a goofy mountain in the background. Actually, there's nothing wrong with the mountain. I shouldn't call it goofy.
No, it's good. I like it.
Does it need anything else? Need some friends here. You're using the blur tool. Yes, I am.
And I'm blurring it in.
I love the blur tool because it makes any style art into not quite finger paints, but oil pastel.
Yeah.
It lets me just oil pastel things, and I like that. So we have this happy little situation and unexpected happy. So we will go file, save as. What shall we call this? Oh, that's not where that goes. That needs to be there. Actually, that needs to be there. There we are. Why is that anyway? We'll worry about that later.
Well, while you're doing that, we have college and free stuff was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Grant points out it was free stuff. Look, I only had to pay a couple $1,000s to be there at a time. You know, I'll take whatever they got.
And guys, remember, very often they don't check your ID. So you can go to a major college event and just wander around and collect free stuff. Club Call-Out Day is great for that.
Especially if you've got, the colleges where they've got returning scholars.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just saying. If you happen to stop by to talk to an old professor that you really enjoyed on that day and happen to grab lunch, whatever, it happens.
It really is quite good. Oh, chicory is my favorite.
I love chicory. It's so pretty. It's so delicate, and yet you can do so much with it.
Plus, it can turn into a coffee flavoring substitute. And, I can't fault that because it's actually very good. During the time where I completely couldn't have caffeine, it was a lifesaver. I'm still limited. I'm not supposed to have caffeine like I would.
Mm-hmm.
But I find that, I'll try something while I'm here. I find that chicory is just a great flavor, and then I find out that I miss it sometimes. Like, even when I'm having quote-unquote normal coffee.
Well, do like the Cajuns do and just add it to the coffee.
Mm-hmm. I'll see if this looks good. Because I realize there's papyrus has a drop cap element.
Yeah.
That's not bad. It's not perfect, but I might leave it like that so that I can think about it. I'm playing with logoing now. Oh, wait. Let's see. I have to check. Monday the 13th, of course. Now, that sounds like the kind of movie I would make. Monday the 13th. Export.
I still want to see Necroprancer. It needs to be made. You can beat this dead horse.
I still need to do the movie Crocogator 2.
Okay. So I stole that phrase from you, and I call any alligator/crocodile a crocogator now.
Yes, absolutely.
Because that's what they are. They're crocogators.
Oh, right.
Foxy loves dandelions too. Always has.
Oh, yes.
Don't forget your time lapse on the next one.
And yes, I will do the time lapse on this one.
And I actually have a tattoo of dandelions and violets on my shoulder because those were my mom's favorite flowers.
I love violets, the little like the African violets that just pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's, again, I have this thing about defiant flowers.
Yes.
That's awesome, right?
And I have a sneaking suspicion she always told us those were her favorite flowers because when we would pick flowers, those were what were in the yard and not her garden. But she always told us those were her favorites. So.
Well, it could also, as pulling the parent thing, that's a quick way to have something become your favorite too.
Oh yeah. I mean, we had an acre of just, open field essentially. So it was like a bouquet of dandelions and violets like that big. So I'm sure it was also, they're going to be busy for like an hour.
I remember picking a bouquet of flowers for my mom while I was riding in a sidecar.
Nice.
So when I'd
Arm
lean
out?
out to keep the car down, there'd be chicory and different things growing alongside the road. I just pop.
That's awesome.
The
motorcycle bouquet.
Absolutely.
I love it.
It was a very Tockert thing, much like truck surfing.
Yes.
You would know about truck surfing. Okay, so what am I drawing next? Does anybody have a comment about that or a question or anything?
Scroll down a little bit and see if
Let
there
me
were
see.
any. I don't see any.
Isn't that what Top Golf is? Is it? I don't know what Top Golf is. I'm not familiar with the term. The golf police.
Top Golf is kind of it's the driving ranges essentially.
Oh, okay. Those things are cool.
Yeah, they have one in Indy or by Fowler, by where our main office is, and they had us go there after a conference. So yeah, it's basically like almost an apartment complex driving range kind of thing.
Yeah, those guys.
A baseball diamond kind of thing.
See, you still do that on less terrain than a full golf course. So what you do is you just announce how far, where you're aiming.
Yep.
And you hit there, and then it drops the ball on the putting green right next to you. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
Yeah, we don't.
There we go. Oh.
Okay, so what am I drawing, folks? What are you guys in the mood for? What's your energy today?
I don't know, but you do need a time lapse.
I do. I thought I hit that, but I will double
check. Did you? I don't know. I wasn't.
Yep. You were reading. You're awesome.
Not seeing any.
Not seeing any call-outs.
Not seeing any requests. So I think it's artist's choice at this point.
Artist's choice. Okay, well, my brain isn't doing what I want it to do right now, which is really bothering me because I saw something in my head for a second, but it's not grabbing it without reference. The question is, do I break out reference or not?
Ooh.
Well, okay. While we decide, I'll do what I was thinking of sketching, because I can always just erase it. Give me my pencil. I want that pencil feel. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Rough sketch is rough. Okay.
Woo! If you put enough lines down, one of them has to be right.
Absolutely. And then you just use fat ink to kind of find the medium.
Okay, don't be giving all my art secrets away. Oh. But that's why Foxy doesn't pull up her garden until the next year warms up. I might just have pots, but if something wants to overwinter in them, that's welcome too. Yeah, I wait until there's at least a week of 50-degree temperatures, I think is what they recommend around here.
Mm-hmm.
And golf is overrated unless it's a movie or Robin Williams is explaining how it was invented. Amen.
Robin Williams makes everything better.
Yes.
I think it goes Robin Williams, Billy Connolly.
Yeah.
This is just a callback to our earlier conversation. That's terrible. That's terrible. Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize to the Gundam community for doing that without reference. I need a very large eraser. Well, why don't you just clear the level? No, I have to actually, the erasing of shame. Okay. Now.
No. Have to erase it.
And trying to think what I want. Yes.
Foxy is saying golf is boring. Golf is trash. Just showing off how much money you have. Now, if it was Happy Gilmore golf, it might be at least entertaining.
Caddyshack?
Right. So my brother went with his friends to go golfing, and they got bored. So they started, just baseball swinging at the golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
And it became much more fun to watch. Yeah.
I just love that on a level I can't describe. Like, but now I want to see the golf bag of, I lost his name. Casey Jones style.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what does that look like? That looks like whoop, T-ball bat. I want to keep it short, but
Yep. I'm for it. That sounds great.
Well, I have one hole complete, basically. It just needs to be cleaned up right in the front. I want to eventually have, I think I have the inserts for 6 throughout my yard. Basically, I want to turn anywhere that's a pain in the butt to mow.
Excellent.
I'm coming into Wednesday with complete artist block, I'll be honest. My brain just isn't arting right now. So I'm just sort of going, what am I doing? And that's why it's really loose and sketchy.
Hey. Yeah, you can edit what you've done. You cannot edit a blank page.
Yep. I've heard that somewhere.
Yeah, some guy I know says that. I don't know.
But like I said, I like to play with my cards on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to show my scars to folks so that they understand that when they're suffering, it's okay. Suffering happens. When it's like, my brain won't brain. Welcome to the club. My brain has not wanted to brain either. A lot of people feel that way. We'll just keep rattling at it till it does.
That's why I like to announce, oh, look, I messed up again when I'm doing the crochet.
Oh, yes. It is so appreciated. Although, have I sent you the link for that thing that has the built-in, it's a crochet hook, but it lights up the hook like a lightsaber. And it has a timer, not a timer, but it has a stitch counter on one side. Yeah, it looks like one of those, but it's got a stitch counter and a separate line counter or something.
So my sister and my brother-in-law actually gave me one of those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just keep that downstairs, and the lighted one is up here.
That tells me about the lighting situation in your study.
Well, I usually work with the darker colors up here. So, all the light, because blind. Yeah, you think your vision's decent until you try to work with dark colored yarn, and then you realize you can't see anything.
I mechanically can sew.
Yep.
And I mechanically can tie knots for assorted practical purposes.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to understand the Nick field base is based around applied entropy.
Yes.
And it's potential entropy. The amount of entropy in a ball of yarn is actually monstrous. The raw potential. It's like I was sewing up a pair of pants unaware.
Oh, no.
And the unaware part was that the cats had watched the school.
No.
So I'm just sitting here doing the same lock stitch I always do.
Yep.
And I hear the cats, and boy, you guys at least are having fun. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Rattle, rattle, rattle. And I don't mean like rattle, other side of the room. No, rattle to the hallway, rattle into rooms, rattle back around into the kitchen. And I've got music on, and I'm hyper focused on trying to stitch this up nice. I have to figure out how to tie this thing off, which I always screw up, and I'm tense, and I look up. Someone cast web on my house.
Uh-huh.
I had white thread down. They had made this network. I'm like, Spider Cat?
does whatever the heck a spider can't wants. Of which, where's my chaos goblin?
Got to love a good chaos goblin, though. And it was one of those. I don't know if that's one Mandy came home and found. Because bless that poor woman. Really, bless that poor woman. Because most days she'll come home, and I know it looks bad, but toward the evening, afternoon is my sit down because I've done stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm almost always on the couch playing a video game with Xander around 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Which is not the best look when someone is coming home from work. And I understand that. But she's come home to me mid-project.
Yeah.
And you know the mid-project, oh my God.
Uh-huh.
So every once in a while I'll get the, that kind of day?
Yep.
No. And she could tell by what's on the screen, I think, by now, what kind of day it's been.
Yep.
Because if she comes on and, like, the house is darkish and there is mellow music on the screen, either bossa nova or, lo-fi.
Yep.
She just looks at me and goes, oh. And then goes to the bathroom because that's what she does every day when she comes home.
Yep.
And it'll decide what she changes into and what she's in the mood for.
Mm.
And with my cryptid tendencies, I realize by saying what she changes into sounds a little more dramatic than it usually is. But every once in a while, it's not what she changes into, it's who. No. I don't know why there is a fox or cat girl. I haven't decided. I'm leaning toward fox girl, contemplating violence with a golf club. Why?
Because they are capable of great violence.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Speaking of that, I found a new show on Prime.
Oh.
It is called The Mallorca Files.
Okay.
Mallorca, because we were talking geography earlier, is an island that if you draw a line from Spain horizontally towards like Naples, Italy, you have an island mass and then this little island almost dead center of the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
That is Mallorca.
Okay.
It's apparently gorgeous. Well, this show is about a British police officer who, avoiding a large number of spoilers, ends up working a case on Mallorca and kind of just sticking around, which you'll get the idea if you watch the show. And meeting her essentially partner, a German man who transferred as part of a officer exchange program and just talked his way into staying. And they kind of solve cases together she is obsessive compulsive and has a reputation as such. He is like no socks under his shoes, driving a convertible, unhinged, charming German man.
Okay. Most Germans.
And it's so nice to see a German person depicted as not the bad guy in anything,
Right.
And to hear the slight German Central European accent. So he sounds more like Mike Jimmy than Colonel Klink. You know what I mean? Because most people depicted who are German in, the films we get access to have that overblown German accent, and it's
Yeah.
there, but it's the higher pitched, more harmless German accent.
Okay.
And it has that almost hustle, Michael Weston, Burn Notice,
Yeah.
plus all the 80s like moonlighting, obvious. He has a girlfriend of some sort, so there isn't, but there could be, because he has that kind of energy with everyone.
I like the of some sort.
Right. Add on to that there's I've only gotten one glimpse of him, like slightly, but there is a pathologist, autopsy guy who, oh god, I know how to describe him. If you know Johnny Cage, not the fighter, Johnny the artist.
Yeah, Johnny from the comments.
If you've ever seen how he actually looks,
okay,
it looks like him as a Spaniard, because most of the people on it's actually part of Spain, who like is immediately hitting on her, like immediately. It's like she's not into that. They say she's kind of psycho. Oh, so she's my type.
Like you don't have to make her more attractive. Come on.
And I just sort of instantly had this. We watched it. It was one of those instant, like, quasi feel good, not dumb, but not necessarily smart. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm like, this is what I'm in the mood for while I'm between finding access to good isekai. Because some new show of importance came out on Disney, so they did the whole, you have to reboot it. So I have to get a hold of my nephew George, who works midnights, and actually have a chance to go, how do we fix this?
Yep.
I've also been enjoying Lower Decks when I can, but it's so not Xander appropriate. I've also, and on that front, I've gotten to watch a little bit of Strange New Worlds.
Okay.
And the one everybody hated with the weird Klingons. Discovery.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I love Discovery so much.
I'm like only a few episodes in, but like I've already seen why you made my avatar the Saru guy. And I'm like, but he's right.
Right.
But he's right.
But the thing I love about that show, there's actual character development over time.
In a Star Trek?
It and it makes sense. It's amazing. It made me so happy.
I have to admit, there are a couple characters I've seen briefly that I really like. I'll be honest, I care very little about the main character at all. Like, well, right now she just feels very flat.
Yeah, that she's part of the character development,
which I'm sure that's the thing, but it's like, oh god, I lost her name. Incredibly awesome Asian lady. Captain Georgia, I think.
Oh, Giorgio, yes.
I got to see her, and I'm like, yes.
Yes.
Just yes, she makes sense. I'm going to say this, and I mean this with all the highest respect, but possibly lesbian, looks like my old neighbor Bubba, engineer lady.
Yes.
I like her.
I love her with all my heart.
And another one where, because I'm talking to Trey, redheaded Stephanie.
Yes. Yes, I love. Yes,
be protected at all times.
Yes. The doctor and the engineer.
Yes.
Much yes, and the character development there, fantastic.
it's like I'm looking forward to it, but because like I saw Strange New Worlds and I saw like episodes from way out, I have some spoilers because you know I found some of it at points, and you know people go, "This is cool." So it's like I know the whole Red Angel bit and all that.
Okay.
But I'm not here for the plot. I'm here for the character development. If that makes any sense. There are a lot of shows like that I watch, and I'm like, okay, the plot is okay. Well, you know, I'll pull the Babylon 5 bit. A plot is okay.
I'm here for the side plots.
I am here for B, and if you don't give me a piece of C plot, like right now, I'm going to hurt somebody.
I don't care about the main arc anymore. Just give me the side quest.
Just like, you know, to Babylon 5 it. What I want to see Veer go off again, please. You know?
Yep.
So there's that, because we went on a kick where we watched nothing but the isekais.
Yep.
For months. Oh, there was one not quite isekai that I got to watch. I'm apparently two seasons behind on Black Butler.
Okay.
But I did get to see the Book of Atlantic movie.
Oh.
And I'd been trying to see it because that's the clip. And, you know, warning of spoilers. If you know anything about it, most of my audience doesn't, but the ones who do really do. Where Lizzie, who's oddly one of my favorite characters, gets this development moment. That, you know, I literally screamed HMS John Locke, let's go!
I love it.
Because one of my biggest criteria for finding anime is this. If while I'm scrolling around the different reels, I see a scene that is incredibly bad A.
Yep.
And it's to the tune of like Centuries or, you know, oh god. There's a couple others that I can't remember the name of, but Centuries is like the best one.
Yep.
That is how I go, I need to look into that. That's what brought Ari Fruetta into my life. Which, if you haven't seen it, it may be the peak isekai of all time.
Okay.
It's called Ari Fruetta, From Commonplace to Strongest.
Okay.
They don't even give you a before.
Oh.
Like, the opening, like, credits shows some kind of light and some summoning. They don't care. They drop you right into the BS.
They're like, the before doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
And it's this class has been summoned to be heroes. Yada, yada, yada. Save us, you know, from the demons and clean out this dungeon, you know, against the monsters, etc. You have the hero, whose class is hero, and he is important. You have the class teacher who's like, this is bullshit. These are kids. They shouldn't be doing any of this. And you have a group of kids who are like, our abilities are in no way fight-oriented. And a group of kids who are like, we are superheroes. You know, the standard fantasy trope things, trying to clear out this massive dungeon, like, right next to where they live. Okay. MC. Little harmless guy who's been studying because he has a useless power.
Okay.
To which, as soon as I find out his useless power, I'm like, that's useless? You know what they call that in another anime?
How is that useless?
Well, they're like, I could kind of, transmute stuff.
That's only useless because you lack imagination, buddy.
Well, but there's no attack powers. It's not like I have special magic attack things. He goes on a trip with the little dungeon guys to clear out levels for reasons I'm still not fully sure of and or have forgotten because it's the beginning of the first season.
Yeah.
And he's like, a fight breaks out they are not ready for. He does the whole alchemy, make a big wall of bricks to try to, give them escape time, totally out of character. They're like, wait, he's suddenly useful? Why are you even carrying a sword? You suck with it. Everybody's just like, if you can't sword, don't sword.
Mississippi with the gun?
We're getting, yeah. Mississippi with the gun, but to avoid, to give spoilers, but dramatically reverse it.
Yeah, okay.
Now, at this point, I have to go, do you want me to stop? Or do you want the Nick explanation of the beginning arc? Which would be good.
This sounds like something I want to watch.
That's why I'm saying.
Spoiler free.
Oh, God. Okay. Necessary premise. That happens. And they do an attack over him. And you see all the people shooting their happy little bootleg Hadokens,
Yep.
And all of them go arcing except one that targets him.
Oh.
Bridge breaks, he falls, and he has to survive. The only way I can say this without true spoilers, I have to stop there.
Mm.
You have to watch this program. It is necessary.
This sounds fantastic, and I need it in my life.
You don't understand yet, but you will. There is a scene where they are describing in the show Burn Notice about the spy.
Yeah.
Well, he has a useless brother.
Yep.
Okay, you remember this. And at one point, one of the high-ranking spooks is talking about him. They said, it's interesting. In a bar fight, if you break 2 bottles, one of them breaks into being a useless pile of glass. The other breaks into being a deadly weapon. And they're the same make at nearly the same time. You get to watch a break happen to my man Hajime.
Nice.
My heart is so this man. If ever there's been an MC who gets it, like, it's this man. I will also tell you this, because at some point you will see the cover.
Mm-hmm.
You will see the title cover, and you will see probably 2 characters. You may get one that shows a whole bunch of them. But in a rare event, because that is not my usual chosen build in any character. I say that way.
Okay.
UA is best girl. Possibly UA is best girl of all time.
Oh. Okay.
This may be my favorite harem anime of all time, to the point where it regularly forgets it's a harem anime.
Nice. Those are the best.
Because, not to give too much of a spoiler, he doesn't want a harem anime.
Excellent.
It's just like, so you have to
But
watch
why?
it.
When I have this.
Yes! Okay, I'm going to ask you, have you ever watched an anime and just gone, or you could just shoot them?
So many times. So many times.
All those movies where people power up or they do stuff and it's like, shoot, you know?
You can save us all an hour and a half and just take care of it now.
The one time it happened in Dragon Ball Z where Goku got peeved off because they're like, nope, you know? You didn't even let them transform. Damn straight.
Exactly.
Pardon my French. But that energy, that moment feel, is basically the whole anime with Hajime is blessed among Saint Fafo, for they who effeth around findeth out.
Yes.
And it delights me to like my core. So yeah, just all the yeah. I also don't know who ticked off the Fox girl.
I wouldn't want to be them. But Thesis is of the opinion that golf is trash. Maybe if I show it, just showing off how much money you have. Now, if it was Happy Gilmore golf, it might be at least entertaining.
And like, I don't mind community golf that much. Like, Fowler has a community golf course and they have a country club that anybody can go to and get a really good hamburger.
Oh God, okay. So the country club there, amazing. We went there for to pick up dinner after StompCon.
Was it StompCon or Indy? Yeah,
it was StompCon. It was very nice. They let us in. They were very nice, very pleasant. Good food.
Do this, because if I'm going to do a Fox girl, it's going to be Kitsune.
But mini golf is fun though, especially when the group you're with does not care about points and is just making wacky shots.
Oh yeah. My problem is, and part of it is I don't drink. Mm-hmm. So there are aspects of drinking culture that don't really apply to me.
Yeah.
Especially the sufferance of people who are intoxicated.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been designated driver many, many, many times. Being out in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of people who are heavily intoxicated.
Yeah.
And a pile of well-handled, well-balanced golf clubs.
Yeah.
That could be unwise. I love the way my mind works sometimes. I don't know what to draw. And I went completely pencil with this. You know what I mean? I am basically using this like a knife sharpened, number 2 pencil. You have all the text in the world, and I'm turning it into a number 2 pencil.
Hey, but, it works.
Oh yeah. We'll just do this.
The golf police make their way to the green helicopters. They are on their way.
Oh, that's okay. They can try. They have to get past the black helicopters and the drones.
Happy Gilmore, along with a few other golf movies, are a lot of fun. And speaking of guilt, Nick made Foxy and I go get greasy cheeseburgers on Friday after talking about burgers during the show. Shame on you. And that sounds delicious. I kind of want that for lunch now.
We went to Walmart. Well, I went to Walmart and I was sent to get food. And I know that sounds terrible, but Mandy's like, here's the list. Get meat, ? Chicken, whatever.
Yep.
And she had been getting these cheapo burger-like entities.
Okay.
And because they were like $11 for like the 4-pound or 8-pound,
yeah,
4-pound, thin package.
Yeah.
And see, when you've been poor as long as I have,
Mm-hmm.
you start to learn the tricks. And one of the great tricks is the lowest cost, the difference between the lowest cost thing and the second to lowest cost thing in anything is usually monumental.
Yeah.
So I look at, you have those, which is the ones she's been getting. And honestly, I haven't liked them, which is weird for me to not like a burger product. Like, I don't know. I swear they remind me of cafeteria burgers. I am not here for it.
Yeah.
So Mandy's whole thing is she looks at an ingredients list, does it have milk or not?
Yeah.
Not me. I look at it and go, wait a second. I look at the ones we've been getting and they have soy and all this other soy and seasoning and all this stuff. I'm like, wait a second. They are cafeteria burgers.
They are.
For twice the price, you get twice as much. So functionally, it's like a penny or two more a pound, but you get the actual beef, or at least allegedly actual beef hockey pucks.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a second. That's beef. Nope. Threw it in. I'm like, I'm going to tell her I don't care. We're doing this because it's the last time I have a hamburger that disappoints me. Let's see. What else do we... Oh, I know what we need.
But the burgers were tasty and grease and guilt. Great.
It's all... Yeah, see, it's only guilty if you do it all the time, you know?
Ooh, if you like tasty burgers that aren't necessarily the healthiest options, but taste really good, you need to go to Big Willie's Famous Burgers and Fries in Dalton.
There are so many.
Sounds like a great place.
Everything about that sentence, I am ready to have a Big Willie's t-shirt. You know what I mean? Everything about that, and not just a Big Willie's t-shirt, the white one with the like barbecue stain that will unfailingly be on it.
Yep. Ooh, speaking of smooth groove, I heard a metalcore song with a flute in the breakdown. The rest of the song was pretty meh, but the flute was interesting.
Oh, my friend. This is
and look, here's a link.
Ooh. I will check that out later at some point.
Yes.
Actually, message me the link because I lose links people send me through the but
let me see if I can find it.
Oh.
There it is. All right.
But
new window.
When I went to see Nightwish at the Aragon Ballroom,
different. Okay.
They have someone who looks remarkably like Mike Jimmy.
Nice.
But like stretched, so skinnier, taller, redheaded Mike Jimmy.
Okay.
And he's doing all the support and like background music. And out of nowhere, one of the songs, because Nightwish is, I don't know what you call the music. Evanescence adjacent, but with more Celtic flair kind of thing. Or more Viking flair, so if you have a bit of that, it's very good. You should listen to it. But then the dude comes out and does this just mad, crazy flute solo.
Yes.
One of the songs. And it's like, I am suddenly one notch from being like in the ancient verdant woods of my people. It's the, what's going on? The good news is you are a Roman legionnaire. The bad news is the woods are speaking in German. You know what I mean?
Right? Oh, not gonna lie, I do love me some Jethro Tull.
Yeah, and it's out there. So I get the placement of excellent flute music, and I forgot that you play flute for just a second, so you would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this. I might
revisit
this one, but I actually like this one. So.
But that link is actually to the tea house, which will be this Saturday.
Yeah, that was an interest. I'd kind of like to know more about why you picked the title for Saturdays, because that's like quite I believe the phrase was "Don't look at me in that tone."
Don't use that tone with me.
Yes. So I'm hoping
the blurb that Thesis used is, unlike most European languages, Asian languages are very tonal. The same word can have vastly different meanings based on the tone you use. Join me tonight, and I will be discussing the 5 tones of the Chinese language, which I actually have had questions on. So this is going to be good. I am excited for that one.
I have to ask, are you doing Duolingo or something to actually learn Chinese yet, Thesis? And if not, why not?
I seem to recall Thesis saying that he was brushing up on his Chinese.
Because it's very interesting.
But Foxy did like the cute little bee. And Chris sent Carl an invite on Facebook. Jonathan Young also did a full album of metal covers of Disney villain songs. I don't own it yet, but I will. I've heard that. It's fantastic.
Well, come on. I don't understand why anyone wouldn't want to be a Disney villain, at least most of the time.
I mean, the green color you get is so pretty.
Yeah. You get the good green magic. You get the best outfits. I mean,
your hair looks awesome.
And your music is. I'm calling Vincent Price on this one.
There was a soap opera star that they asked him. They're like, "Hey, I think he played twins at some point in one of the shows. You know, like you do on soap operas."
Yes.
And they're like, "So do you like being the hero or the villain more?" And he's like, "Oh, the villain. You get better hair and better intro music."
I think,
and he's not wrong.
That might have been Nathan Fillion, because a lot of people forget he started out in soap operas.
It might have been. It was a local one.
Because I know Vincent Price has had said something like that. I know Nathan Fillion. It's sort of a...
Yeah, like they notice. They know.
Because absolutely, if I had my druthers, I would love to play a villain on, whatever. But I'd probably be typecast as the next Artie. I don't know where they get this stuff, Bobby Singer Part 2. Oh my
Bobby
God.
Was awesome.
Jim Beaver is incredible.
He's so sassy.
And if you really want to see his greatest performance, I can't remember his name. He was the Safari Guide.
Yep.
But in Larry Blameyer's seminal, brilliant work, Dark and Stormy Night.
Okay.
Tugden, Jack Tugden, Safari Guide. I was, because it's all about the funeral of Silas Cavender.
Okay.
And who's getting what in the will. And everyone named in the will has gathered in this old dark house, because it's a dark house movie done parody.
Excellent.
But he's like, I was his one and only Safari Guide for his entire hunting career. That was the best 2 weeks of my life.
I love it.
And that's not even getting into it was something like, like the Mongolian walking goose or something,
Yes.
You have to go watch that. Just watch that movie.
I just love his delivery of lines. They're great. Just so deadpan.
And he I can say this. He and Ichigo, not Ichigo. He and Hajime would get along really, really, really well, because the whole giving Sam a beer, he spits it out, freaks out. What's in it? Eyes add a little holy water to the beer. The real Sam would know that. who are you?
Uh-huh.
You know?
It's just expected with Bobby. Come on.
Anyway, file. I'm just gonna export this because, like, my brain is not here today.
While you do that, I will get some more comments out.
Please.
Carl just doesn't want to make Ruth mad if we ate somewhere else and she had too much food left. I don't want to make that woman mad either. Foxy enjoyed the flowers. Also sent invites to Willie's to several people in the chat and on the show. Excellent. I hope I was one of those because that sounds like my jam.
I seriously would love to be able to go to Willie's. It looks
Sounds
like
great.
I won't be able to go to Halicon for the foreseeable future because I was spoken with by the guy who runs LodgeCon.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, because it was supposed to be juried. He's like, you weren't on the review list. You're just here. Please.
Like, I gave you gold star power. You're here now.
Yeah, the whole, we will see you next year. Not will we, or I hope to, we will. Nod.
I will come and kidnap you if you aren't here. So just keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm. I did the time lapse, so I should export the time lapse. Although this goofy time lapse is definitely going to show more of my art methodology than a lot. What are you doing?
Make go somehow.
I sketch. That has nothing to do with it. Erase. Sketch. Yeah, I'll go. Anyway. And then we're going to again, Nevermind the Furthermore.
Excellent.
I know this has been an odd one. What I need to do is do a Discord one where it doesn't matter what I'm drawing. Not my name. Yeah, that's my ego. I'm switching the show to the Nicholas Tockert show. Damn it. No, I would never do that.
Nicholas Tockert forevermore, then you still have NTF.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
There you go. I got you.
I love that Nevermind the Furthermore is, as a name, is a reference to being succinct and journalistic, which is, writing that my predecessor and hero Brian K. Morris embodies. And then the show was handed to me.
We've gone on a lot of side quests tonight or this morning.
Yeah, see, that tells you how good a show it is. It really does. 1:15, 25. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. I could have done the cleanup on this, but honestly, I like the sketchery of it.
Right? Oh, it's great.
Okay. So, any requests, thoughts from the peanut gallery?
Let's see. Let me look. I'm not seeing any popping up.
Okay. Anything out of you?
My brain is not braining. I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing. I got a kitty cat. A little hookup. And the Chaos Goblin is still somewhere.
Oh, the Untamed. Oh,
no.
I'm just symphonic metal. I'm terrible with defining music, especially the stuff I listen to.
Yeah, it's like, it sounds good. I like it. I don't know what it is, but I like it.
What am I in the mood to draw? It's very odd today. I don't know. Ugh. This is too bright, though. I'll give you that. Too much white. Go away.
There we go.
Send us some. Desert
Dessert.
snow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Actually, take that typo and run with it. Nice.
Desert snow. Huh? Okay. We can do something with that. A desert rose. No, I'm not going on a sting path. I'll be gone. I had the single of that and Brand New Day on CD somewhere.
Ooh.
And yes, I see you understand. It was that good.
Nice.
Okay, so we got.
Oh, time lapse.
Did I? Or did I?
I don't
not?
know. Did you?
I didn't. Hold on. Watch this.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh,
Witness my cheatery.
nice.
I figured that trick out one time when I was like, wait, I like this.
Nice.
There we go. Now, desert snow.
Foxy and Thesis might try to make it sometime to Holocon, but will not be able to soon, sadly. And yes, I was cleaning up the yard for free.
Well, yeah.
Foxy's mom used the same tactic. Totally understand, Foxy. If I ever take up golf and some rich guy leaves me a bunch on money just because he likes me, if you're going to dream big. You might get here earlier.
Now I've got that song about beer being good, which I do not condone technically, but the whole beer is good. What? And women are crazy? No.
God is great. Beer is
God
good.
is great. Beer is good.
And people are crazy.
People are crazy. I had to get there. Thank you. Because I
got you there.
And I know Thesis is balking and trying not to vomit because I've mentioned
Oh, Callie tells Carl it's cat lunch time. See everyone tonight. See you later. Chris also needs to go. Have a happy hump day and be careful if you have to travel. Keep warm and stay safe. Take care, everybody.
It is much appreciated. You guys have a great one.
See you later, Chris. Happy hump day. Back from the doctor. Probably just waiting. No. Let's see. The Untamed does that too. Drops you right in the middle with the main character. Spoilers. Falling off cliff. Waiting and more waiting. That sounds about right for where you're at. Always.
It's funny. The people who have spent a lot of time in hospitals versus the people who haven't.
It's always the waiting.
And you know, the one thing that gets me are the impatient people. It's like no, don't do that. What? Don't be impatient because there's only two outcomes.
Right.
Either they cater to you now and you will suffer later because heck has no fury like a what is it? A charge nurse.
Uh-huh.
So I had to find the right term. Or you really don't want them to go, oh, yes, we'll take care of you right now. That's bad.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of those where I was confused because suddenly I got really great attentive service.
Uh-huh. Yeah, when you get super attentive triage people, you're like, what's wrong with me? It's worse than I thought, isn't it? What's wrong? Oh, look, it's time to leave the waiting area. Now let's go into the smaller room and wait some more.
Oh, so you're in the X-ray room.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They took your blood pressure and then they left you alone again. Huh.
That one's okay. The one that gets me is when the nurse does something like take your blood pressure and then they go, I'll be right back.
Or they frown at it, and they're like, "Let's try the other side," and you're like, "Oh, okay."
Oh yeah, I like that one. Or I've had them come back. Well, we got your blood tests in.
The trail off. Oh, I had a nurse take my pulse 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And every time she would frown at me, look at her watch, and go, "Okay, I'm going to try that again." Turns out my pulse was very low, but I was also bicycling a lot at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was in a hospital room, lying down, doing nothing, and watching the news and
How
reading.
are you two so zen?
Yeah, she was like, "Do you run?" And I was like, "No, I don't run at all. That's no." And she looked very confused. And I was like, "Well, like, I cycle a lot." And she's like, "Oh, thank God." So yeah. And apparently I need to watch The Untamed. Oh, who is Cease is kidding. Everyone needs to watch it. I make so many jokes and compare people to the characters, so if they watch it, they will get the joke. Yes, yes. And we have Matt Crecky here.
Hey, Matt, how are you?
Oh no, that was the link to the show on Saturday. I can find the link for the flute breakdown. I would appreciate that because I love that kind of thing. Nightwish is symphonic metal. And is January bad for Kickstarters?
Actually, January's a bit of a rough time for Kickstarts because a lot of people have just paid their annual bills, and a lot of people are still financially recovering from Christmas. So a lot of times I would recommend from just now I have not kickstarted, but I have seen a lot of Kickstarts. I've reviewed and helped promote them on different programs and seen the ones that work and the ones that don't. That's part of the reason why I don't do that. But I would wait till likely early March, if at all possible. If not, understand you might have a rough time.
Yeah, that gets the big gifts out of the way because you figure people spend January paying off what they did in December. And then February's Valentine's Day, so people are going to be spending a little more towards jewelry and that kind of thing.
The other thing is right now, January is extra spicy. I got a little more political than I let myself because I was poking fun at certain billionaires. And I mean, they are still technically people too, allegedly. But allegedly, I have to. Right now, there is a lot of concern.
Yeah.
In a lot of communities. So certain types of Kickstarters will do fairly well. Certain types of books will do fairly well. Certain types of other things just probably won't. And that's one thing I wish more people would stop and do. I love the creatives, and I love what you create and what you accomplish. I promote y'all. But sometimes if you stop and kind of think like a 3-year-old, you know what I mean? What holiday is going on? You know?
Yeah.
And I happened to glance up and I saw something beautiful just a moment in the chat. Foxy mentioned that she does commissions, and Valentine's Day is coming up. So, talking to someone who does jewelry now, ahead of them.
Well-priced, well-made jewelry.
Yes, it's lovely stuff.
It is. I don't have any immediately available to me because I moved my office around, but it's beautiful. It's great. It's a good price. Talk to her. And you can find her at indiecd.org.
Nice.
Hashtag always promote.
So happy that you did that. Now, I know. The answer was snow, but I thought snow falling over something kind of iconic. And yes, I know what it looked like. The problem is
trusting the process.
I was, one, trust the process. Two, I was working off a mental image of Chimney Rock.
Yep.
So I literally I didn't have much choice in the matter because I like my deserts a bit more on the Badlands style. I want to see something, not the Saharan vast swaths of nothing.
Yeah.
So we got, and again, you guys have lured me back into the realm of, I guess I'm doing something more traditional painting again. I must pay, for the horror of Nick was doing anime-based women again. Damn it. No, but I will be adding snow to this in just a minute. I want a little outcropping of a different color here to just kind of make it a little more interesting.
And Thesis has been doing Duolingo for years, Mandarin, Spanish, and Scots Gaelic. I started when Foxy and I were stuck at home with COVID in 2020. More power to you for doing all three at once. Goodness gracious.
My mind does not linguistic very well. I will admit it freely. I've studied many languages, but my brain doesn't hold on to it. It sort of incorporates it, so I'll get words from the chunks.
Yeah.
But unless I would have, for me to learn a language, I would have to be immersed in it.
Yeah.
Now, Latin was a bit of the exception because I'm still immersed in Latin. It's just most people don't realize how much Latin and German we speak.
Yeah.
It does occasionally make me do very strange things with my J's.
Have you seen the story about the students conjugating to be in Latin?
No.
They turned it into a chant. So they were going around chanting the conjugations of to be and then sending the teacher like videos of them just doing stuff because, it sounds like a summoning. So one was like set fire in his toilet and was just chanting the conjugations.
I arm east us east. Oh god.
See? It's yeah.
No, it just slammed into like, oh god, I could just hear Magister Remmel. I did pretty good in that class. I like Latin, but my problem was I couldn't. After studying Latin, I couldn't study any of the Romance languages.
Yeah,
because my brain would pull it and translate it into Latin.
Yep. Yeah, I took French all 4 years of high school.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, there is a rap for the conjugations of to be that still stays in my head because être is to be and not to be. Get on your feet. Come on and sing it with me. But yeah, then I took German again in college, and I would switch from German to French mid-sentence, accent, conjugation, everything. So yeah, that I switched to sign language after that because it was different.
And see, I went to Japanese, and I actually, for a while, was okay at Japanese, and then I had a very distracting Japanese teacher, which made things difficult. But the school made me, they said they didn't want me to take computer classes instead of language, which they Purdue was supposed to.
Mm.
And they forced me into French.
Oh.
I will try it.
Oh.
And I tried French. And I wanted to quit. I knew I was failing. It was not sticking, especially during that time of my life. I
Yeah.
had a lot going on. And the woman would not let me quit till I took the test.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, the test was Halloween night. So this
Oh,
class was started at 8, went till 10.
jeez.
Now, they have redone campus finally.
Oh, yeah. They did. Jerks.
There's a new building I still haven't seen, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But, back in the olden days of the Republic.
When that was just an empty field that was all dark.
Yep, that was just the gravel pit that was affectionately known as parking in BFE, Beyond Freshman Endurance.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, that was first week. People hadn't dropped like flies yet parking.
yep.
Oh, yeah.
But the neat thing about it was, usually people would leave me alone and I could find a park. I just knew I had to so it is Halloween night. Halloween night of the blood moon Halloween.
Yep.
A night I really wanted to not be at campus. I really did not want to be where I was. I had places to be so I wouldn't be there when I was on the road, etc.
Yeah.
I took the test, and I tried. I really did try. I tried hard, and it came out in perfect Latin.
Yep.
Perfect. I have not been able to do before since that. Out of nowhere, she goes, "What is this?" I said, "I did. I answered the question. No, what language is this?" And I started reading it, and instead of the French enunciation, which is very much one way,
Uh-huh.
it was proper Latin. And thank you, Mike Jimmy. I'm glad to see you.
Hey, Mike Jimmy.
But and I went, this is why I needed to drop this class.
Mm-hmm.
And oh god,
That was one thing I hated about them going, wait until the first test to drop the class. No, I'm doing very poorly right now. I would,
let me drop while
not
I
a good fit.
And what it turned out is that affected the professor's review.
Uh-huh.
And she didn't want too many people were dropping her class.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't a terribly good professor. Well, not bad, just not skillful. You know what I mean? But so I had to leave the class, and it is now 10 o'clock at night, Halloween night, big sanguine moon.
Yep.
I mean, Count Magnus Lee is so cheesed right now he can't feed on a lady. It is that moon. And I am walking out to my car in BFE with my flashlight because I carried a hunk of a flashlight. I shine it out to check for eye shine. Oh, thank you, Mike Jimmy. A lot of it's me just learning how to play with the devices and do tricks that I could do in traditional media. But blessed are the whole blend blur tools. Just bless them all. The eye shine was just dozens and dozens of coyotes.
Yeah.
Just laid out.
Are nothing to mess around with.
And I mean, it was, bye, Mike Jimmy.
Oh, see you, Mike Jimmy.
So I'm sitting here like, nope, not tonight, guys. Any other night, you'd have scared Nick. Any other night, you would have, not happy about this Nick. But tonight, you're going to have nope, Nick. And I just walked out, and I'm walking within 10 feet of these coyotes out to my rig, and like you could almost tell they were confused by the whole action. Like there was no no, there was no I'm going to be scared or uneasy. I just went trucking, just anger stomped past these guys to get to my car. I get to my car and I'm like, holy, did I just pull that bluff off? Did I just, start the car, and then they left. They got out of the way. But, yeah, not bad. Yeah. Now it's not like that at all, and there's buildings, and it's all civilized.
We remember the old times.
Yeah, I remember when something took a deer in the bushes while I was sitting out with my friend Heather.
Yep. It was definitely.
Now we're waiting in my car.
Right. It was definitely, that school outstanding in its field in the middle of the woods.
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on.
With you go to the woods and it's immediate bog woods.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just swampy, woody.
I remember sitting at night. I don't even know why I was sitting out. I think I was waiting for Mandy's class to get out or somebody's class to get out. And I didn't feel like walking to my car. And I'm watching Foxfire actually just do its, Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's pretty. And one of the freshmen comes up to me, what's that? I'm like, that's one of the ghosts. Don't worry about it. Is campus haunted only by me? The woods will eat your face, but campus.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they would.
This is Northwest Indiana. It's got its own little miniature Appalachia, and
yeah.
People, it's weird. I grew up in this little miniature version of the Appalachia. Hills. It's really, the moraines are different. I remember yelling at a white stag. Don't you start that shit. Oh, I'm swearing because I'm with Trey, and I'm so bad.
Well, let me jump back into the comments because we've got a couple more. And Thesis did share the link for the flute breakdown song, which I have saved, and I will send to you after the show. And Dawn says, thank you for doing the tea turtles as a thumbnail. I hope Donna liked it. That one was so cute.
I am glad. Although that made me want to get one of those. I went to see if they were a thing, and Thesis mentioned a bunch of them. The manatee.
Yes.
Oh, God. Yes.
I am a sucker for puns like that. I'm slightly skipping over these because we already addressed them.
Does
that look way? That way. Duolingo kept changing things around on Foxy, which made it even harder to learn a language. Yeah, you'd get used to doing something some way, and then all of a sudden it'd be different. It's like, oh, come on. There's Mike Jimmy saying, looking good. Aurora is watching in awe.
I'm glad she's enjoying it.
How old is she now? She's got to be over 1.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Time flies. I'm not used to it sometimes.
Right.
I need this. I need that. Go right here.
There we go.
And of course, it's going to grab the brownish red. papyrus font reminds me of the librarian movies.
Yes.
This is not a bad thing. I am going to say, and yes, it's still spot on, and no, I don't care. Kind of like that, so I'm going to leave that there, but it needs to be moved. If the BBC would just license out, because we get American versions of The Office, we get American versions of Ghosts, and a bunch of other things. Yep. Give us an American version of Doctor Who so Noah Wyle can be the American Doctor, please.
Nice.
It needs to be Bruce Campbell, Noah Wyle, and then I'm not sure, but I want to see. I think they would be great doctors. And then Christopher Eccleston again, but give him an actual run. No, wow, ooh, Doctor Who spice. No one expects that. NTF 1/17/24. Okay. Okay. Yay! Okay. So technically we have done everything we need to do. I should probably let Trey off and have, a regular day because she's been kind enough to be here.
Oh, it's been such a hardship, let me tell you.
I know. Being around me is such a burden, and I do
terrible
genuinely, appreciate that. We're going to remove that. Oh no, we're still bunched in sauce. We'll do what? No, do that. Thank you.
It's all right. Be itty bitty.
And it looks like our chat has gone quiet, which this isn't the longest art stream I've done. We didn't run any music, and we stopped running ads.
We did it
because I went I'm going to mosey at the art with no stress, so immediately forgot everything I was going to draw. But that's okay. I'm going to run some ads. That's what we'll do. We'll run a block of ads, and then we'll see. And no, I'm not selecting these for their musical tastes.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Alrighty, and one more to wrap it up, because if I don't do this, I'll feel guilty.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see. And an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
That's the spirit of everything that we do over here. Trey, you want to promote anything? Plug anything? Hint, hint, ton of bricks.
Let's see. We've got indiecd.org, where all of us are available, and you can find us, commission us, and, make some new friends. Tonight, we have Ladies' Night, which I don't have a link for yet, because I still have to set that up. But you can find us on Indie CD's channel. I know what I'm doing. You should definitely go to YouTube. I know what I'm doing. Do.
Joe is still at training.
Joe is still at training. Oh,
He'll fill you in. Well, he's going to fill one of us out because one of the deers he's filling out. I don't know if he's talking to you or me.
Hi, Hobo. Thank you.
I am supposed to stop you from creating a link. Therefore,
Okay. Well, here is the channel it'll be on in the chat. YouTube.com/@NDCD. The cat is trying to get in the window. There you go, buddy.
So I know you're going to be there. Mandy's assuming my net systems hold up. Joe, you missed, if you are still here, you missed the joy of my computer going completely bonkers and not talking to anything attached to it.
And then Brett unplugging my monitors.
So
it's fun.
The Nick Field is strong.
It's a good day. Good day, Tater.
All right, y'all, have fun, buy a lottery ticket, get rich, and remember me. With that, guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because if you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. Somebody just got a message. Toodles.